Hey everyone, it's Joyelle and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be using the Aztec Indian Healing Bentonite clay on my hair. But of course, before we get started, please don't forget to click that subscribe button. Also, if you are the owner of a business and would love to have a promo sponsored video, please send me an email at sharmainejoyel@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to check out my new merch line down below, but let's get started. So I have previously used this same clay on my hair in earlier videos on my channel, but it has been, like, honestly, a very long time since I've actually used it on my hair. I haven't used it on my hair at the length that it is right now. I was starting to see a lot of comments or like repeat comments about trying it because it's supposed to help give you a lot of definition, and obviously definition isn't something I typically aim for. If you've been on my channel, you already know that. But it is fun to kind of see how my pattern develops as my hair gets longer. So I was like, haven't used it in a while. My hair could probably use a really good detox right now. It'd be fun to see what my curl pattern does look like when it's defined, now that I've got a couple of inches here. But I already had these, is this the 1 pound? They sell like a huge bucket of it on Amazon. I just got the small one. What's the size at? Am I dumb? Can I not see? Anyway, but I got the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. It's supposed to be 100% natural calcium bentonite clay. It's very popular for detoxing your hair. When I do use it, it used to be like a once a month thing. I should probably reincorporate that. Honestly, when I was using this on a monthly basis, I felt like my scalp was much better. So of course we started with freshly washed hair, pre-pooed and washed hair. I made sure to leave my hair damp. You don't want to do this on dry hair. So how most people were mixing this is you'll take the clay. Honestly, the amount is going to differ depending on how much hair you have. I probably used about half a cup, to be completely honest. I have a lot of hair. And the most popular items to mix this with is apple cider vinegar and or water. I use both. I often find that when I use the apple cider vinegar alone with the clay and I choose to use it on a face mask, it burns like heck. So I use both. I use more apple cider vinegar than water. I'll add enough apple cider vinegar to kind of get that whole like bubbly foaming chemical reaction going, and you want to let it aerate. I think they said for about at least 30 seconds, or at least until it dies down a little bit. I let it sit for a few minutes, and then usually I'll go in with water after that. If I need any more liquid in the mixture, then I'll just supply it with water. So I got that bad boy mixed in obviously a non-metal bowl, and I'm using a non-metal utensil. So I just use a glass bowl and a chopstick. You don't want the metal to accidentally start activating the clay before it's on your hair. I've read things from that metal deactivates the active ingredients in the clay. I've heard that the metal will draw out all of the beneficial properties of the clay and then your hair won't get any of it. So basically just don't use metal, just stick with like a wooden utensil or a wooden bowl or a glass bowl. My hair was already in sections at this point, and all I did was I applied it to each section, and then after raking it through, like finger detangling and raking it through, I just kind of started to separate pieces as I've seen other YouTubers do. And this is how you kind of start to see how the clay almost activates your curl definition. Is kind of how the best way that I can describe it. Please note that my hair only ever looks like this with this clay. About 10 pounds of gel are absolutely soaking wet with a ton of leave-in. So my hair doesn't normally have a lot of curl definition. I have type 4 hair, that's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. I don't really care. I'm all about stretching my hair right now that I'm getting into the whole second phase of my journey, and I'm trying to retain as much length as I possibly can. But by almost kind of like sectioning out these pieces or shingling out these pieces, again, you get to start to see how the clay starts to activate your curls. After applying the clay all to my hair, what I did is I actually took them out of the sections just so you guys can kind of see what my whole head defined kind of looks like with this clay on my hair. And then instead of putting a plastic bag on that I've seen other people do, I let it air dry. I used to do the bag because obviously you just don't want to like accidentally get clay on everything. But someone had actually left a comment under one of my videos, and then there was another YouTuber, I can't remember off the top of my head, but allowing it to air dry without covering it is how you're supposed to do it. I guess like by allowing it to dry and kind of harden on your hair is when you're allowing it to kind of start like really detoxifying, like sucking whatever impurities out of your hair, whatever. So that's how I left it. I just air dried. for about an hour I left it on. Some people leave it on for 30 minutes. I left it on for an hour, and it was basically 90% dry at this point. When it came time to start rinsing, what I did is I made sure that while rinsing, I wasn't putting my hands in my hair too much. Again, because I wanted to keep whatever definition it had given me. I wanted just to see what it looked like. Basically what my hair would look like with the definition without the clay on my hair. So while rinsing, I did not rake through my hair. I did not comb my hair. I literally just stood under the shower head and let the water rinse it out on its own. I did kind of like split my hair into different, like lifted my hair in different areas to make sure I was getting it off of my scalp, of course. But just to maintain the definition that it had given me while on there, that's what I did. And whew, I don't think, besides the wash and go, I don't think I'd ever seen my hair that defined, ever. And even though like definition isn't my #1 hair goal, it is always fun to kind of see your curls really kind of do a ringlet. For me, definition isn't something that I find very easy to achieve, therefore I do not care. I'm not saying I can't achieve it, it just takes so much time, and I'm somebody who's like, I want to be able to get up and just like get my hair done and go. I don't want to have to drip dry for 2 hours in order to have a hairstyle, but like wash and goes would be a fun thing to do on like a wash day and I don't have anything planned, and then I can just kind of work with it throughout the week. I would like to, maybe next month when it comes time again to do the detox process with the clay, I think what I want to actually try is doing the bentonite clay, obviously, with the definition, and then using the kinky curly line to do a wash and go, just to see, because it's like, I feel like the bentonite clay is like perfect. It's like, it's setting you up for that kind of definition, and I want to see how my hair does. Or just what it would look like, honestly. I just want to see what it would look like. I will say that I'm probably not going to be doing very many wash and goes too often. They're not my favorite hairstyles. They're fun to change up your look. The shrinkage is not very awesome only because of fairy knots. I like the aesthetic of the shrinkage. I just don't, the fairy knots are becoming too much, y'all. They're becoming too much. Now, for the mixture, of course, you know, you add the apple cider vinegar, and then the water is also optional, but you can add like oils to it to keep it from maybe stripping your hair too much. For me, I just choose not to, because it's like the whole point in using the mask is to take off everything, detox everything. But if maybe you have a lot of hair damage and you're just trying not to, or you have very fragile hair at the moment, then yes, you can go ahead and add oils. I have read that you should save butters for like deep conditioning DIY mixtures. But again, do your research, see what works for your hair. I just prefer not to complicate it, and I didn't think it mattered since I had already previously pre-pooed my hair, so you can probably just like skip that whole step by just pre-pooing. It's like whatever. So yeah, it was really cool to see that kind of definition on my hair. I don't get to see that very often, so it is always fun to see how my hair can change it up like that. And then I will work on trying to put together another wash and go video for you guys where I kind of use both just to see what the definition will look like using those things together. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Don't forget your merch, keep blooming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.